Hey everybody, this is Zach from Board with Friends again, and today we finally got the OmniBots in. Not sure if this is a cracking packs or an unboxing, maybe it's an unbagging, an uncracking, whatever you want to call it. But I just got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pack of the OmniBots, which I picked up from Hasbro Pulse. You don't need to be a member, FYI, of Hasbro Pulse. The members did get a early access to buy it, basically a day before it was available, but as far as I know, as of this recording, these are still available on there. Don't pay the inflated prices on eBay or anywhere else. It was $15 for this set. So if you want to get this kind of interesting set, I don't know what it's all about yet, but they're definitely obscure characters, which I love. That's the one way to get me to buy something like this, is to make sure that they are obscure. I like that kind of thing when Hasbro does it. I love when they dive into the well and showcase some of their more, unsung heroes of the past, I guess you could say. But this is really cool. The OmniBots were a mailway exclusive product way back in the day in the 1980s to try to bolster the line. You used to collect these little robot points off of the boxes of the Transformers themselves, the toys that you bought, and then you could send them in for new extra products with a little bit of money too. I never actually had or owned any of the original OmniBots. I'd seen them at yard sales, but as a kid I didn't know what they were. It wasn't until years later that I had read up on them and found out, okay, these were actual Transformers, and there's some cool stuff here. So we're going to pop this open. The collector in me is like, no, don't do it. But the guy who likes to play this game in me is like, yes, let's take a look, see new cards. But we're going to look in here. I don't believe this comes with any battle cards. It does not. It is just the 3 characters, which I'm always happy to get more characters. So let's take a look here. I'll try to not have the glare on there. So we have Camshaft, Overdrive, and Downshift. Let's take a look at Camshaft first, because he's the one, as a name, I'm most familiar with. We'll take a look here. So he's a Special Ops Scout. He's 5, 6, 7, 8-star character. 3 attack, 11 health, 1 defense. Let's see here. At the start of your first turn, you may play an armor onto one of your OmniBots. So, as I suspected, these guys were going to be very much, you want to keep this team together for the most part, because they're going to work together. Probably the other one's abilities are on there too. I have not looked ahead at these abilities too, so I'm reading these for the first time. But cool artwork, love that. It showcases the toys gimmick where his thing opened up and shot missiles or something. Neat. So let's transform him. And there is Private Camshaft. Maybe not the best use of the word anyway. Let's see here. Nice and shiny, cool artwork. When one of your OmniBots with an armor defends, it gets tough until end of the battle, equal to the number of OmniBots you have with an armor. Alright, so you want to chain armors together at the start of your first turn. Okay, so this does nothing later on in the game. It's just from the start putting on armor. It's tough until end of battle, equal to the number of OmniBots you have with an armor on there. So, for example, you could get up to tough 3, basically, is what it's saying, based on armor, which is a neat way to add to it, because then you can also, maybe you added an armor that also gave tough, all sorts of neat things like that. But in robot mode, he gets 4 attack, so up 1 attack, same defense. Neat. Cool. That is Camshaft. Let's take a look at Overdrive. So he is the leader of the OmniBots, apparently. Let's see here. He has 3 attack, 1 defense, and 12 health, 1 more than Camshaft, befitting of a leader. At the start of your first turn, you may play a utility onto one of your OmniBots. And he is also 5, 6, 7, 8. He's a 9-star character. I guess that's because he's got 1 extra health. Let's see here. So you can play a utility with him. So I'm going to guess that he's going to play a weapon, but we'll see. So if we flip over Overdrive. Yep, that works. When one of your OmniBots with a utility battles, it gets focus until end of turn, equal to the number of OmniBots with a utility. Alright, I wasn't expecting the focus to be on there, but that's pretty cool. So focus. Speaking of focus, focus lets you take a card and basically you get to kind of stack your deck ahead of time before you flip the battle cards. If your character has focus 3 at the top of the 3 cards of your deck, before flipping battle when battling, scrap any number of them, put the rest back in any order. So you can look ahead. I actually have not played anything that has focus in it yet. I'm going to have to check that out. I like that. But he has the same... Does he have the same attack? No, he has 3 attack. He gets 1 more attack. So he's got 4 attack. Same stats, just 1 extra health. And finally, we have... Put these there. We have Downshift. The name, I think, next to... Probably the name most used by Hasbro in recent years. Let's see here. 3 attack, 11 health, 1 defense, so same exact stats as Camshaft. I've been spotted. At the start of your first turn, you may play a weapon onto... Yep, he's got the weapon, onto one of your OmniBots. So right away, this is pretty cool. Right away with these guys, you can get upgrades out, which is going to be extremely helpful in that start of the game. What I worry about with these guys is it doesn't specifically say I don't get to go looking for these upgrades and put them out there. I'm assuming this has to be from your hand. I might have to check an FAQ for that. But that is going to deplete your hand size pretty quickly. And also you'd have to have those things available in your hand. So if you don't necessarily have all 3 things, you're not going to take advantage of that. That would be interesting. All right, let's flip them over. I can suspect what this one's going to be about. When one of your OmniBots with a weapon attacks, it gets bold until end of battle, equal to the number of OmniBots you have with a weapon. So this one gives bold. Neat. I like it. I can't imagine I would use these guys often, but I might try to craft a deck around it. But I definitely want to look into how that ability works. Because if it is from your starting hand, that's kind of a bummer. Like Ratchet and I think it's Wheeljack and Siege, you get to actually take a card out. It's not part of your starting hand, and you can have a medic out, and you can have a you get extra cards at the beginning, which is pretty cool. With these guys, I think you're playing cards from your hand right away, which normally you cannot do. It could be fun. We'll see. I mean, the chances of not having at least one of these 3 types of cards in your hand is kind of slim, but it's not impossible. It's actually, well, maybe it isn't. It's definitely possible that it can happen. I've started with all actions before. It depends on how you craft your deck. So you'd probably want to craft a deck that is very upgrade heavy with these guys so that you can take full advantage of the start game. But overall, a neat little set. I'm glad I have them, part of my collection. It's going to be fun. Great artwork on these things, and it's nice to see Hasbro showcase, some characters that you don't normally see. Let's hope that I don't know. Who do you want to see get into the game? I mean, I got my choices that I'd like to see, put in there that haven't made it in yet. I'd love to see, some of the Headmaster characters get in there. I already got my wish of Target Masters. They're in the game, Micromasters too, which was very shocking, but also they based that on the toy gimmick. But overall, these guys look kind of fun. We'll craft a deck with them and see what happens. All right, but for now, do like the cool kids do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.